lights are out and you stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life feels slow, just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
RICMOTECH, high-performance sim racing equipment. There's only one place to go, RICMOTECH.com.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are live from Daytona for the season opener for the RICMOTECH High Performance Truck Series. This is Andrew Santiago, and I've got Tanner Noel with me. Tanner, I think I butchered your last name. I'm sorry.
Oh, good, brother.
Well, we've got an exciting one today. We are, as I said, we're at Daytona for the beautiful Daytona International Speedway. Just about 45 minutes north of where I am right now in Orlando, Florida. It's going to be an exciting one. It's going to be a little warm, 75 degrees, 49% humidity, which means we're going to have a track temperature of about 96 degrees. So, of course, a little low altitude here on the east coast of Florida. Tanner, we're going to have an exciting one tonight.
Yeah, we're going to have 90 laps, 4 additional sets of tires, 0 fast repair, and one thing to look for here tonight, crashes going into pit road on green flag stops. Pit road speed will be 60 miles an hour, so that'll be something to look forward to, Andrew.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. We saw some of these drivers in practice trying to get some practice coming down pit road. Actually, let's go ahead and bring up your grid for qualifying before we begin real quick. We'll go over as Chris Akers is on pole, Jordan McGraw in second, Devin Coleman in third, Scott Brotherton in fourth, Nicholas Roman, Mark Hamlin in sixth, Riley Payson in seventh, John Sterling in eighth, Christian DeMoore in ninth, Jeremy Clifton's going to round out your top 10. Jumping in just a moment too late here. We're going to have to get ready to go green. Pace lights are off. This is the season opener for the RICMOTECH High Performance Sim Racing Equipment Truck Series. We count it down, and we are green here at Daytona. Chris Akers is going to be able to pull away to a quick lead here. As we see trucks shuffling inside the outside, trying to figure out which line they want to be in as they start this race. As you said, 90 laps, still plenty of time to figure out who your drafting partners are.
Yeah, exactly. So we have Chris Akers and front. They're going to look to see what clean air looks like, as well as we got drivers out back here.
Yeah, we're going to have battles all across this racetrack today. We've got a ton of drivers in tonight's race. 38 starting today's race. Big numbers to start off the season in the Truck Series.
Yeah, almost a full field here. So for 90 laps, it's going to be nothing but strategy. We could see possibly 3 groups of 10 cars, 3 groups of about 13 cars possibly. But Angel, here and teammates is going to be very, very important tonight. They're working lap 2 of 90 onto the back stretch. We got Chris Akers still in the lead after the conclusion of the first lap.
Yeah, Chris Akers, you were correct, still in the lead, but that outside is pushing. They are moving. You got the 95 of Roman pushing up the number 34, Jordan McGraw. Jordan's going to clear for first. He's not going to cut down in front of Akers, so looks like some working together on the high side. It's not going to allow Jordan to hold on to the lead and maybe lead the lap, but showing quite the aggressive outside groove already, which we know can be a struggle sometimes at a track like Daytona.
It's a Nicholas Roman in the 95 actually pushed Jordan McGraw in the 34 up there, and I think they're possible teammates because what he did was push him up front, and the 34 was able to clear, and while he was clear, he actually stayed up to allow the 95 to keep in its track, so they actually stayed together without dipping, as you said. So very, very interesting. That's something to make note of here and see if they'll work together in the latter part of this race.
Yeah, and here it is, just as we're talking about, that 34 dives low. He's going to take the lead officially from the number 1 of Chris Akers. So Jordan McGraw on point now, looking to be able to lead a lap. Oh, looks like the 97 is going to blink or 87, I'm sorry. Devin Coleman, he'll blink a couple times, and this is to be expected. When you have 38 trucks out on tracks, there's only so much you can do where you're going to have some people blinking here and there.
Yeah, a little bit of connection issues. They don't have that in real life, but here in iRacing, we commonly do. But the 87 is going to take it like a man and stay in line, as well as he's followed behind the 65 of Riley Payson. So Riley is going to be kind of skeptical. Yet he's going to go around the 87 right here, getting pushed squarely by the 50 of Raul Alvis, who was actually a front runner in last night's race for about 75% of the race. I'll look for that 50 to be up front here, as he's already up 19 positions from the drop of the green flag.
That is an insane number. I almost didn't believe you, Tanner. I had to look over and see that. It is true. Alvis is in fact up now 20 spots. 21 as they come across the line here, and only 4 actual laps. We're on lap 5, so it took him 4 laps to gain this many spots. Riley Payson as well, he's gained 6 spots. So a lot of positions to be gained and lost here. Really, I just say it depends on what your strategy is going into tonight's race. Do you want to be up front trying to lead some laps, or do you want to ride it out back and hope to avoid any type of carnage that can ensue here at Daytona?
Yeah, and Andrew, you talk about strategy here. You've got about 8 to 10 rows of 2x2, and you want clean racing, you need to get a single file. So here, they're actually making it very interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how far they go here, double file without wrecking.
Yeah, you have about a top 20 breakaway. Then you go to 21st here. John Sterling in the number 3 truck. The number made all too famous at tracks like Daytona and Talladega. Kind of just staying patient back here. Got the same font and everything for that number 3. So you got top 20 about further up there, about 2.5 seconds behind that front group. And I'd say you got just about everybody just kind of lined up here. These guys are... If they were to hook up, they could easily catch that front pack, but looks like they're just kind of relaxing back here and not looking to get themselves into any crazy situations just yet.
Yeah, being very aware of their surroundings and as well as the situation here. It's about 85 laps to go, so not going to put themselves into much danger. No
reason to at all. I mean, it's these guys are taking their time, but nonetheless, even with that, strategy, you see guys still trying to fight hard on the outside, trying to get out here and lead some laps. So do remember that drivers can earn an additional bonus point for leading the most laps. So everybody's gonna be looking for some situation like that.
Yeah, exactly. Any point helps here, and we'll see those small points stack up. As up 23 positions right now, your hardest charger and your leader going to dive down to the bottom here in this Ford F-150. Raul Alvis up 23 spots, already back up to where he started last night.
Well, that should be no surprise if you said that's where he was running last night. Here he is up to the front. Took him all of 7 laps completed for Raul Alvis to go ahead and take the lead. But here comes Nicholas Roman on the outside in his number 95 Chevrolet. He'll dive down right in front of him. He'll take the lead.
Yeah, and taking the lead, he will, with the help of the 50, or excuse me, the 87 actually helped him get up there. 87 is going to get stranded here back in 4th place. Now 5th place on the outside, losing a little bit of momentum. But the 95 and 50 striking it strong here. 2-car tango at the very front.
Gonna give it all they've got. These trucks are running at about 75% fuel, so we know, of course, there will be pit stops to made during this race. And as you alluded to earlier on, we're gonna have a couple of situations where green flag pit stops can be difficult. These drivers these trucks are fast. I mean, right now they're hitting speeds of 185, almost 190 miles per hour as they go driving down here into turn 1. So trying to stop from speeds like that down to, I believe it's 60 miles per hour.
That is correct.
Pit road speed limit here, so that's a big difference. 60 miles per hour is fast, but it certainly is no 180 miles an hour. So that's a big drop to trying to make. Not trying to lock them up. Tires aren't necessarily that important for a race like this. However, locking them up is not going to help. You still want a truck that can kind of do what you want it to do when you ask it to.
Yeah, talking about truck doing what you want it to do when you ask it to, none other than the 50 is doing that right now. Anywhere he puts this truck, outside, inside, it is working. But as you see, that single file line on the bottom is actually snaky down the straightaways. So a lot of that aero having to do with the way these cars are handled.
Yeah, it's no surprise. We've seen as of late some of the complaints that, us iRacers have with the how the drafting packages go in iRacing. But that's not one thing we can say for the trucks. The trucks have held their own when it comes to the drafting package. You see Raul will jump to the outside of the number 95, right in front of the 87 of Devin Coleman. You got a couple of Ford F-150s riding out on top, and it'll allow Raul to take the lead right back again. But as we're just mentioning, these trucks will still draft very well and makes for some very good pack racing. You can really get up and push each other.
Yeah, one thing about it is these trucks are lower horsepower than, for say, Xfinity or ARCA, so you can put these trucks wherever you want to, and they're not really going to mishandle like the other cars do, not really get upset with the aero. Take a look at that number 1 actually heading. He actually had a little bit of momentum into turn 1 here. That is Chris Akers. He's going to close the gap up there on the inside. As we got the 58, a lap car coming up, Angel.
That's always something to kind of have to be worried about when you got to deal with lap traffic. It's never easy. Something you kind of have to go with. There's, from what we've seen so far, this is our first race, but communication is very big for the RICMOTECH truck series here. So I do believe they're gonna already be talking with this lap driver, telling him maybe go high, go wherever they don't want him to be to keep themselves clear.
Yeah, exactly. Communication will be key. Is the 58 paint, but actually looks like the 56 of Christian DePaul.
That is correct. It's a little hard to see right here at the bottom. It's going to be all when does this crew pick him up. He's actually going to go drive right down to the apron here. It's going to be a close one when he's going to come back out on track. Now he's just going to go ahead and let off the throttle and stay all the way down to the apron. So a grand amount of respect right there for Christian Bauer. If I'm not mistaken, I think I saw him. He had to start from pit lane right at the start. So that's probably why he is off pace right now and has off the track. But plenty of time still. The only car 1 lap down at the moment.
Yeah, and you mentioned him letting out of the throttle. If he didn't let out of the throttle, as you see, there's about 20-30 degrees of making in the corners. There's approximately maybe maximum 3 degrees banking on the apron right there, so your speed's not going to stick, and you're going to slide up the track. So very good job right there, the 56. Getting down low, letting out of the throttle, letting the leaders pass on the outside. Very respectful there. And the leaders are going to take that into effect if the 56 ever gets back on the lead lap. They might help him out. As the 87 is our new leader, Devin Coleman.
He's getting a nice shove now from Raul behind him, but Raul's going to go right back to the outside. It looks like he's willing to work with anybody, but also he's willing to pass anybody to give any given notice as he takes the lead back here heading into lap 14.
Yeah, into lap 14 we go out of 90. And we're still side by side, Angel. I figured that after about lap 10 we were cleaning it up, get single file, but hey, they proved me wrong. We're 4 cars on the outside, so 4 rows deep, 2 by 2 by 2 by 2.
No, these drivers are not letting up. As you said, you're getting that extra bonus point for leading the most laps, and this is a 10-week series, so everybody's going to be looking forward to try to gain as many points as possible, because you can either gain a whole lot of points here at Daytona, or you could be the guy wishing you could have had more. You see a little bit of separation among this front pack here, but still overall pretty well organized. We jump back now to this group of trucks. These guys are all single file. You got a couple drivers you see they're going to get past Christian DeBauer there. These guys are pretty well lined up together, but they're about 7 seconds behind the lead pack right now. So from the looks of it, just kind of riding it out back there.
Yeah, and you mentioned single file. It's actually not really helping them that much. So the leader's last lap is a 48.8, and the first person, which would be the number 9 of Mike Rominger, in 14th place, leading that second pack, he ran a 49.72. So approximately 9/10 to a second off pace. Every lap they're going to lose a second. So you'd say, what, about 7 laps they're down?
Yeah, they're continuing to lose plenty of time here. Now I'm not wondering if they've got to have some type of strategy. I cannot believe anybody right now is thinking this is what their plan is on purpose. So we just gotta hold our breaths and see. I've said some things before thinking otherwise, but here it is, number 95, Nicholas Roman's going to jump right in front of the 50. The 50's going to cut him a break. I think he could have given him a little shove there. Decided to give him a break as Scott Brotherton at the number 8 pushed that number 95 to the lead. Scott has, I believe, that is Jordan McGraw right behind him. That is correct.
Yeah, there was 3 cars out in that top lane, and once Nicholas dumped them outside, he dipped out of that top line. That leads him down to 2. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can keep that momentum up, or will they fall back?
Yeah, they might be able to stay with him for a little bit. When you've only got 2 trucks there, however, they are going to slowly start to lose their spots there.
Yeah, the 82 of Mike Franklin's actually catching them now, followed by the 59 of Joshua O'Connor. So they're slowly but surely losing positions, lap by lap, going to fall back here if they can't fall in line on the inside.
I'm not sure they're gonna find many opportunities to fall in line right there. As you mentioned, this was gonna be a freight train from here, and I think you kind of called it right these guys are listening to you on the broadcast, Tanner. As soon as you said you're surprised they haven't gone single file, and that's when you're starting to slowly see them move single file.
Yeah, they're just trying to make it that pit window here without wrecking. And last night in ARCA, it was approximately 28 to 34 laps, 35 laps on a fuel run. So the fuel window opened up here in just under 10 laps. So going to be very, very fun to watch the people on the inside go to pit road with that.
Well, that could be part of the strategy right now for the 8 and the 34. We got a couple guys coming to pit road right there. All right, Nicholas Roman, Riley Payson, Mike Rominger, Bryce Senesac, Eric Driggins, Randy Kruder. We probably had some of the most difficult names all coming to pit road at the same time. All right, so you got a couple of guys coming down pit road, hitting pit road here on lap 19, or heading into lap 19. Well, 8 drivers come to pit road. That's a pretty solid number. I think that's a pretty good number of drivers to come down pit road with. I think that's enough that if you can all get back out there together, you're going to have good momentum still.
Exactly. That's going to be the challenge here. Everyone get out at the same time and be able to stay together without having to check up to catch one another. And it looks like they all did that, as they have consistent 10 to 12 second stops. They'll all be within 2 seconds of each other on the way out of the pits.
Yeah, so it looks like nobody sped on pit road. It looks like everybody had a solid pit stop, and that's going to be that's the important part. No speeding, because that could be anywhere from a 20 to 40 second penalty, depending on how fast you're speeding on pit road.
Yeah, so we have a Google spreadsheet here right here. I'm gonna look at the penalties as they go across and go through the pit cycle. So Angel, I'm sorry to break you up if you're talking during here. So we're gonna have the penalties announced as they happen, live timing. Extreme Motorsports, thank you for the ability to do so.
Oh, that is fantastic. That's not something you can get often, so that's gonna help tremendously to see that. We got quite a bit of a mix of drivers right there. Not sure exactly what all happened. That's actually going to slow down this pack a little bit. And that might hurt him on the overall pit cycle. We'll have to see what all happens.
Yeah, car actually got into the wall there. I wasn't able to keep up with the number, but it was possibly the 8 or the 34 into the wall. Possibly the 34. It's down 8 positions. He was out front.
Maybe both of them. You got some side damage. Look at this rear end damage for the 8 and the 34. I think has a bit heavier damage there on the right hand side.
And the thing we didn't mention there, Angel, was that on pit road they're only allowed 7 pit stops, or is it 6? Excuse me, but that's including their own pit stops. So that's something else they can get a black flag for with the race control in the session. So gonna have to make sure they count all their boxes and make sure they're under the limit.
Absolutely, it's a hard one. You know, sometimes you just want to drive through as many pit stops as possible just to make it easy for yourself, but you also got to take into consideration other drivers trying to find their pit stalls. So that's something that race control looks over. Something we typically see hard to manage if you don't have a race control. So having a race control today definitely going to be important to help enforce a rule as that. All right,
yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
You're good. Lap 23 of 90. We've already had 8 trucks go down pit road. I keep calling them cars, but 8 trucks. And let's take a look here. So P26, number 95, Nicholas Broman is the leader of those cars that just pitted. And they ran a lap time of 49.5 seconds, whereas our front group ran a 49 flat. So lost 5/10 that lap.
Yeah, so definitely going to be, they're all lined up right on top of each other, so we'll have to see what their times are looking like here. They're doing pretty good staying with each other. That's some pretty good drafting work right there. That's a lap time that matches about what the leaders are running right there. So that's pretty good. You can at least match it, you know. You don't want to lose. You want to at least try to match what they're doing and hope, he's got one truck. He's going to be a lap car. He's going to dive out of the way for them here.
Yeah, very courteous of him. It's the 95, the 80 pass him, and the 50 and 87 here are your lead. The Road Alvis Machine, number 50, and the 87 of Devin Coleman still have the reins of this race, have yet to pit. Their last time on pit road was when we rode it there, Angel.
And here it is. They're coming down pit road now. It's trying to get them slowed down as much as they possibly can. As here they are hitting their pit stops. Tyler Doar is going to be your leader. Decided not to come down pit road there. He's riding right up behind them. 21 of Eric Friggins. Tyler looking to leave himself a lap right here. We're going to take a brief moment, Tanner, and all of our fans right now. We're going to go ahead and get to one of the commercials here brought to you from RICMOTECH. We're on lap 25-90, and these drivers cycle to do some pit stops.
RICMOTECH, high-performance sim racing equipment. Whether you're just looking to have fun, train for race day, or become a serious esports competitor, RICMOTECH has you covered. Hundreds of name brand parts. Support from experts that love sim racing. Trusted by the pros. There's only one place to go, RICMOTECH.com.
Well, Tanner, I don't know what you use for your rig at home, but I certainly wouldn't mind something like that.
Yeah, that actually makes me want to go to RICMOTECH.com and purchase myself some of that nice equipment there that we just saw.
Man, you see some stuff like that and you wonder, man, how much better can I be on something like that? Because my little rinky-dink thing that I have here probably not going to match up anywhere close to it.
Yeah, exactly. So if you users at home would like to go to RICMOTECH.com, that is RICMOTECH.com, you'll see it in the top left corner how to spell it. That is where you will purchase it. And we'd like to give a huge thank you to them for supporting the Extreme Motorsports.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you get any sponsors at all to help put in the dedication, the time, the money, and their name out there for your league. That's just huge. It really makes drivers want to race in your league, and it makes all those viewing see exactly who are the people out there truly supporting those in the sim racing community. I know we've seen RICMOTECH here, a pretty big sponsor for them, and that's pretty big. So big shout out to RICMOTECH, as you said there.
Yeah, and we see a lap car staying high here, moving out of the way of Mike Franklin and his crew following behind him. That is the 9 of Mike Rominger.
Yep, just staying right out on top there. Going to try to drop in wherever he can. Definitely would be ideal for him. He should be able to get the drive here, not a problem. But as we went through the pit cycles, Mike Franklin was going to be your new leader here, right in front of Raul Alves. So these two drivers have gained 21 and 22 positions respectively, but they're still not our biggest movers today, Tanner.
Yeah, we've got the P6 position of the number 11 Chevrolet Silverado, Christopher Bassinger, up 28 positions. How remarkable that is. He was part of that group that just recently pit on lap 24.
Yeah, just unreal. To make up 28 spots. I mean, then we have Joshua O'Connor up 25 spots. Got a lot of guys moving up quite a few spots here. So, you know, you're going to have a couple guys on the other end of that losing some spots. But, again, you kind of figure that that's just part of the plan for tonight's race. We are now heading into the third mark of this race. Get through here pretty quickly.
Yeah, 33% done here in these 90 miles. And it looks like our first group of pit stops is led by the number 65 of the 7th position, Raleigh Payson. He last pitted on lap 18. He's in 7th place.
Yeah, I mean, and he was in this lead group when he came to pit road, so looks like it didn't really hurt anybody overall. Everybody's still riding right with each other. You got a couple of guys, because there were 20 see, I keep saying the same thing, Tanner. 20 trucks in this group up here. So if you dive down here now, it looks like we're up to 15 trucks. Now, this is 16th on back. This is Brendan Book and the number 5 Chevrolet Silverado. Got some smoke up front there. Got somebody blowing up, somebody in the wall. Not sure exactly what happened.
That was Raleigh Payson that was actually off track on the apron.
I'm going to go ahead and get to our esports broadcasting net. Oh, looks like he just got turned on the left-hand side there. Maybe just bad timing. Looks like another truck right behind him just kind of caught him in the worst of positions.
Yeah, he was able to lock it down, keep it out of the wall, but very unfortunate that he was turned, single car accident, no caution, never came back up on the racing surface except right there at the end, put his front tires there. But it looks like he was getting pushed by the 59.
59. Yeah, that'll be Joshua O'Connor, actually. So the two drivers that we just so happened to mention, and great job. He's going to get right back off. You see him, he lets it roll back onto the apron, knowing we got some trucks coming through there. So fantastic save there for that truck, and just great overall awareness as well for him.
An amazing job for all the other cars, or the trucks, not to check up and cause a big one there. So one car spins off, some people check up, some people may not, but either way they're able to not have any contact, avoid contact, and Mike Franklin's out here still battling for your lead with Raul Alves passing him on the outside there.
We got 3 Fords now, 1, 2, 3 leading the pack here. We don't have too many Fords. Looks like we got maybe 1, 2, we got 6 Fords in this race, and even fewer Toyotas. Only 2 Toyotas starting in today's race. The other, let's see, so that's 3, 6, 9, 37 total drivers. That leaves 29 Chevrolets out there.
And they're still not inside the top 1 position here. Mike Franklin in that Ford, able to hold his part. And Ford has a very common occurrence at super speedways, always out front, always fighting the numbers here against Chevrolet.
Well, you know, you have that Roush Gates power under the hood, and it's never a surprise. It's always been something we've seen successful for Ford in these big plate tracks where horsepower is key. They can get there, but those Chevrolets know how to work together and be running up front as well. So that's why you can see that after the top 3 Fords in the top 4 positions, almost 3 positions here, the next 14 are all Chevrolets. And look at that, the 9. We saw that 9 car, Mike Rominger, he was kind of falling back there, so just barely able to get back into this pack after going a lap down. And here he is, 3rd truck on the outside lane, trying to earn his lap back the hard way. Say the Bill Elliott way.
You talk about trying to get your lap back. We actually saw that last night in the ARCA car. The lap cars were able to fight their way all the way back up to the front, and one of the lap cars actually ended up getting a podium at the end of the race with a late caution. He was able to get the lucky dog, but they're actually battling in the lead position for the lucky dog. So lap cars fighting with the lead lap cars. Not uncommon. We saw it last night. So the 9 trying to make a repeat of last night. He is in the battle for the lucky dog.
Oh, that one got close right there. The 50 Raul Alves almost, he almost had that. He was ready to cut down in front of Mike Franklin. Didn't quite have the room, and he had to move up the racetrack, and it looks like the 87 of Devin Coleman said, I'm good, I'm going to go ahead and go right back to the bottom here. So that's going to leave Raul stuck on the outside with only one other truck to help him right behind him. And Raul finds his spot. Actually, it looks like the 87 is going to give him some space, so it looks like a little bit of teamwork right there to help him.
Yeah, I was just about to say that if Raul wanted to stay up front, he was going to find a spot to stay up front. With a little bit of help, he's able to do that from the 87, that is. 82 is out front. I almost got him confused. I almost said 87 was in the lead, but the 82 of Mike Franklin is in the lead. The 87 of Devin Coleman led the 50 of Raul Alves in the
As we see these now drivers single file through here, kind of just playing keeps, and we saw that first group said come down around lap 18, so we'll have to see where just hit lap 36. We might see some trucks coming back down. We'll have to see how that comes up.
Yeah, not to mention there's also another group, P14, 11 seconds behind our leader here, headed by the number 5 Brendan Book, is another group of trucks. It's going to be interesting to see which group goes to pit first and which group will make up the most time to close that gap or expand that gap if it's the lead pack.
Yeah, you got these guys are kind of not necessarily battling, but there's not a single formed line like we see up here in the front. We got 13 trucks all lined up with each other, putting down some really nice lap times. But you know what? Per se, That second group had a pretty good lap times that last time around as well. So we'll have to see is now they're coming across the start-finish line about 8 seconds behind, or anywhere from 8 to 10 seconds behind that front group right there. So that time around, the second group was actually a couple tenths faster. A little surprising considering. I know there's more of them, but a little surprising. They look a little less separated, but they know what they're doing.
They ran 48.7, 48.8, and the lead car ran a 49 flat, so approximately 2 to 3 tenths. That's going to help out in the long run, but right here, short distance, not going to really help out that much. It's Brendan Book is still out front. They're double file, not going to help them much. The Arrow is going to be throwing parachutes on the spoilers of the inside cars, so the outside cars are going to just back up, and they're ultimately going to lose time to our leaders if they don't get single file here.
Yeah, that last time around, leaders put down a pretty good lap, so we'll have to see where does this measure up right here. Looks like it's still pretty measurable.
Yeah, 48.71 and from the back pack and a 48.74 from the front pack, so no difference there. Even lap times, even Steven.
I heard that in quite a while. Absolutely correct there. Pretty solid, like I said. Just kind of keeping a single file up here, just trying to make it through. We're coming down to 51 laps to go. As you see, you're gonna catch another group of drivers right in front of them. Looks like that's gonna start with the number 28 truck. Actually, so we got two of the Toyotas right here with each other. Wallace Boyce and Rob Griffin. Mark Hammond, the number 88 Chevrolet, is gonna be right with them. Then Riley Payson, so he's been able to find himself a group of drivers at the very least. And then the number 56 of Christian DeVoer. He's one lap down, trying not to go 2 laps down here. But here comes the lead pack right on top of them.
Yeah, that lead pack still led by Mike Franklin. Gonna navigate his way
three wide. Oh, this is dicey right here. They're going to do a great job of getting through here overall, but wow, that just got dicey through there.
Yeah, the 28 of Wallace Boyce trying to stay up front here, second in line on the inside, just behind the 82 of Mike Franklin. So, the number 1 of Chris Akers and the 50 of Raul Alvis dive down, block the 82 of Mike Franklin, and ultimately wind up blocking Boyce.
Well, that worked out pretty well there for Chris Akers, your pole sitter in today's race. He's going to find himself back out front. So the number 1 Chevrolet is going to find himself back into the number 1 position. As they cross the line, here we are in lap 42 of a 90-lap truck race for the RICMOTECH Truck Series.
Yeah, we're about 3 laps away from calling this and not a yellow flag. Yeah, only one mishap with that one truck getting tossed around. I forget, who was that again, Angel? Was it Scott Brotherton? Or
that was actually the number 65 of Riley Payson. So he's found himself back in this group, but he'll be looking to try to be that first car 1 lap down hopefully. Currently, he's got Rob Griffin and Wallace Boyce in front of him. Those 2 drivers are the other 2 lap cars right in front of him. As we hit lap 43 here, single file right now, the first pack as Raul Alvis. I'm going to keep butchering his name for some reason. It's so simple. Raul Alvis, as he's trying to push Chris Akers here in the lead. We're going to go ahead and jump over to our second part of the commercials. Thanks to RICMOTECH.
RICMOTECH high-performance sim racing equipment. Whether you're just looking to have fun, train for race day, or become a serious esports competitor, RICMOTECH has you covered. Hundreds of name brand parts. Support from experts that love sim racing. Trusted by the pros. There's only one place to go, RICMOTECH.com. RICMOTECH, high-performance sim racing equipment. There's only one place to go, RICMOTECH.com.
Man, those are some pretty looking wheels, I'll tell you that much, Tanner.
They are, and as we're actually looking at those pretty wheels from RICMOTECH, Nicholas Vroman headed that last group, or the first group into pit road on lap 43, consisting of Ed Morris, Michael Thwaites, Bryce Sinesak, excuse me, as well as Dennis Weeks and Robert Hill Jr. are in the back half of that last pack.
Yeah, so we've seen those drivers making their second attempts to pit road. See some of these drivers eventually here. So a lot of them they've been out there for about 20, 21 laps. So still about another 3 to 4 laps above there. Oh, looks like we got one car getting out. Oh my goodness, 28. The 36 is going to let him right in. It looks like these are teammates. This will allow Devin Coleman and and the 11 of Christopher Bassinger to find their way in line there. So wow, scary moment for teammates right there. They're going to go ahead and get it figured out pretty quickly though.
Yeah, gonna bang doors here, sort it out, back to single file they go like nothing ever happened here on lap 47 tonight.
Actually, the lap cars, Wallace Boyce in the number 28 Toyota Tundra, and at the number 36 Ron Redmond also as you see, they're gonna go ahead and they get by the number 65 Riley Payson. Riley kind of was stuck on his own up here. He had to come down pit road and didn't really have much help to come with him, so that really hurt him. He's just gonna go ahead and fall right back in line with this group, but this is gonna put him 3 laps down now, so he's gonna have quite a bit of time to make up here for Riley after having started up in the 7th position today, running up front. A little bit of mishaps at him, grading sideways down into turn 1, I think that was. Nice save on his part and everybody else. So he's still out there. Plenty of spots to gain though. Everybody is still in this race if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and having no help here at Daytona with a fast truck will do you absolutely zero good because you're not going from the back to the front by yourself. And 3 laps down, that's going to be very unfortunate for the number 65 machine there.
See some separation amongst these trucks up here, and just like that, for that same reason, it looks like those were the 2 lap trucks, the Toyotas of Wallace Boyce and Rob Griffin. They separated that front pack a little bit. That's going to slow them down here in this next lap. We got just a massive car. Oh, the 28 looks like he was about sideways on pit road there. Overreacted just a little bit, but you got quite a few trucks here from 10th on back to 20th. So you got about 10 or 11 trucks. Oh, the 99 locks him up trying to get to his pit stall. He's going to have to back it up. Looks like he overshot it a little bit. That was James Holzer.
Yeah, so that's the second group on pit road. The first group is still out, headed by Nicholas Vroman. This group will be heading out onto pit road, or excuse me, off of pit road very, very shortly. Here's our third group of takers going 3-4 wide here. No locking up the tires. Oh, excuse me, as I say that, Chris Akers does lock up the tires.
Oh, it was ever so slightly. I think they'll be just fine. Great job coming down to pit road. They all stayed separated away from each other. Big job for them. So we're going to go ahead and jump now to the number 95 of Nicholas Vroman. As you previously stated, he was the first truck to come down pit lane with this group of drivers right behind him. So let's see, are they making up any time on our leaders, except the leaders are coming off pit road right now. That is the number 1 truck of Chris Akers. And the number 95, here they are getting ready to hit the triangle. I think they're going to take the lead here.
Yeah, Chris Akers is looking very, very prominent to take the lead here. The 50 of Raul Alves is going to go all the way to the front of this pack. Chris Akers and Mike Franklin going to check up here. Raul Alves going to give her all she's got in that truck. On to the backstretch we go. Where are our current leaders at?
Wow, that's a power move for Raul Alves coming off pit road. Gonna take him side by side on the apron to get past these guys and try to take the lead. Can they shut down the big run that this group is gonna have? They're gonna try. Akers gonna move up. They're gonna stay side by side here. What can they do? They're gonna split them 3 wide. Nicholas Roman through the middle. Doesn't have the help though. He's going to lose the momentum. What a great job there for the number 1, the 82, and the 50 to stop the huge run that Nicholas and this team had. I didn't believe that was going to work.
Yeah, without wrecking, needless to say, no contact there, just arrow. And they can make that single file truck look like 4 lanes there if they want to put it in all 4 lanes of this track. Nice job, Chris Akers able to stay out front with the help of 82 and 50 of Mike Franklin and Raul Alves.
Unbelievable. The quality of drivers that we have here is just absolutely insane. I mean, I would have said that was a wreck in 9 of 10 any other leagues that I would say. And these guys put a single file a lap later.
Yeah, exactly. They went from battling for the lead out of pit stop cycles to single file. Hey, we still got almost half a race to go. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's finish this thing clean. We have no cautions yet. Let's keep it green. So very, very thankful there that no contact. As we have a car on the apron here. Going to stay on the apron. That is the 77 machine of... Don't look like we have a 77 machine on our time.
That is Tyler Doer, actually. He stayed out to lead the lap once again, so he came down pit road on his own, and I don't know if he's going to fall in the line to draft with these guys, but he's actually going to be marked into 10th position, so this is actually working out pretty well for him, staying out, it seems, 1 lap longer than everybody else.
Yeah, he was able to keep more momentum. There was a few checkups, that huge checkup for blocking for the lead from Chris Akers in the battle with Roman. That checked up the whole entire field, so Tyler Dohar benefiting from that majorly here, staying top 10 after staying out by himself.
Yeah, he's about 4.5 tenths right behind these guys. He's going to have a run. He's going to be in the trap. So big move for Tyler to stay out once again, 1 lap longer than everybody else. And that'll put him right here into this lead group in the top 10. So great job for the number 77 truck right there.
Yeah, and here on YouTube we have GT Hawking saying, hey guys, go GTM. He's pulling on the group of GTM.
Great job for them. We'll have to bring them up here. Let's see who are those drivers here in GTM. We're starting to learn all these guys. We got quite a few. Looks like Brendan Book, Pierce Maffett, if I've got that one correct.
Yeah, John Sterling, Kyle Knapp, Jeremy Clifton, Mark Hamlin, Jordan McGraw, Dohar. That was the 77 correct?
That is correct. Yes, that was Dohar's. Ooh, looks like Raul's on the apron looking for an extra spot. Not going to happen there.
As we see all 3 different groups here, single file, all the way lined up on the back stretch. Just a few seconds from the leader to our 3rd pack. Going to be interesting to see if that 3rd pack can catch up, Angel.
You know, it's going to be, we're going to have to see here. I do believe we're probably going to have to see another round of pit stop before this is over. So I think it'll be maximizing what you can do on the racetrack right now, staying single file, being aggressive with the pushes up front of that pack, and then getting the pit road. Maybe depending on when you came down to pit road, you know, maybe you could do a splash and go, maybe only right side tires. Any number of options are available here when you're racing the truck series at Daytona.
Yeah, exactly. Strategy going to come into play here. The difference between 2 tires, no tires, and 4 tires is no tires and a splash of fuel could be anywhere from 3 to 6, 7 seconds. 2 tires would be about 8 seconds, and 4 tires and a full tank would be 13 to 14 seconds. So huge time to make up there if you want to gamble and know that you can make it on that last run.
No, absolutely. You are hit it right on the dot there, Tanner. Is these guys are going to be trying to contemplate. You know, they're talking back and forth with each other, trying to figure out. That's the thing. They're trying to figure out what their game plan is going to be. At the same time, they're also racing right on top of each other, just inches away. 180 miles per hour around this very, very fast racetrack. So trying to make sure you do everything correct. You see Raul jumps to the high side right in front of the number 88, if I'm not mistaken. That is Mark Hamlin, a lap car, currently the first car 1 lap down. Looking for a push from him to try to get back to the lead here.
Yeah, Raul looking for every help he can get, every inch of help. But Chris Akers is like, no, Raul, you stay in that bottom lane. You follow me. We've still got over 30 laps to go. But Raul, all the way to the front here in the outside line.
You know, I hope Raul doesn't take this as an insult. I myself am a Joey Logano fan. We're few and far between, but I'd say his driving today reminds me a lot of how Joey Logano races these super speedways. He's aggressive and he'll take whatever run he can get to get back out to the lead and out there leading some laps.
Yeah, exactly. And as you speak of leading laps here, that is an awesome feature you can do in this race. But I want to tell you something awesome you can do at home. Hit that like and subscribe button for our YouTube channel. As Raul Alves is going to cut off Chris Akers for the lead.
That was dicey right there. He just barely touched the apron, but fantastic driving by Raul. He's going to take the lead there. And you're right, Tanner. These guys are going to have to, all these fans are going to have to keep up each and every week with the fantastic racing that we're having here at Daytona by liking and subscribing to our YouTube and Facebook pages.
Yeah, whenever you subscribe at home, make sure to hit that bell notification on YouTube so that you'll get every notification when we do go live here at ESPN.
Yes, GT Hawkins, absolutely. We're going to say your name. Anybody, if you're watching right now on our YouTube or Facebook pages, please feel free to comment. Tell us who you're rooting for. We'd be happy to jump over at a moment's notice just to see where they're at and get a good look of their racing truck tonight.
Yeah, and the hardest charger is still that 5th place position, number 11, Christopher Bassinger, 29 positions. Angel, I thought I couldn't get more than 28, and here he is, 29 positions up.
Well, you know, he's got 4 more spots he can make. He can make that 33 positions gained on the night right now. He's going to make it 30 right now as he's side by side there with the number 87 of Devin Coleman. A little bit of right rear damage from the looks of it on that number 11, actually.
Yeah, could possibly be, but nothing a little draft won't help out with us. GT Hawkins in our chat says moves like that from Raul won't work later in the race, which Raul, they will work. Only problem is they'll cause a wreck.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, he's absolutely correct there. There's some give and take you have here. Just as you were saying, Tanner, some time ago, we're just past the halfway point. We got plenty of time. Let's not go crazy with it. But it gets to a point in time where, you know what, I'm not going to let up, you know. You're going to take the risk, and you got to be prepared for the consequences should you take the risk, which I know Raul understands that, and that's why he's trying to be aggressive. As you see, the number 9 and number 88, they're going to separate here. These two are lap cars trying to get their laps back. So just as you said, a couple of lap trucks trying to make their laps back the hard way around the leaders.
Yeah, we've got a lap car coming up here in front of our lead packs. You're going to throw a wrench into those cars fighting for the lucky dog. And in our chat, we have Jake SKE92 saying, need to show Dennis Weeks and Robert Hill Jr. some love. Those are my boys, Nitty Yellow, to get them back in. So, Jake, here you have it. We'll show Dennis Weeks and Robert Hill Jr.
Here they are right on with each other. Let's go ahead and get a little better view of them right here. So Robert Hill and Dennis Weeks, those are the 22nd and 23rd place trucks right now. The number 84 for Robert Hill and the number 97 for Dennis Weeks. Currently right now in this this third group, I'd say.
Yeah, that is correct. Third group about a quarter of the way, a quarter or a third, roughly 25-30% of the track away from our leaders. So as long as they'll keep up their pace, Angel, they may not have to have a caution to catch up.
Well, I believe they'd certainly probably prefer one. That's for sure. Go ahead and get them back up with the front pack. But, you know, if there's things lined up the way they are in this third pack, they I assume this is what they're trying to do. Just trying to hope to stay away from any possible wrecks. If I'm not mistaken, you said there are no fast repairs in tonight's race.
That is correct. 0 fast repairs. Bro, Alvis actually just fell back. I guess he had a network connection, but he is now back up front. Maybe blinked out for a split second, but the 88 of Mark Hamlin staying on the lead lap. Raul gonna push him. That is your 27th position. Number 88, Mark Hamlin, staying out front. Not gonna need the lucky dog. He's gonna keep his lap the hard way by staying in front of the leaders.
No, smart thing. You saw the number 9 kind of drop back just a little bit. He falls right into line behind the number 59, if I'm not mistaken, of Joshua O'Connor. He's got about a second over David Elliott in the number 4 truck. He's the next car 1 lap down. So right now, Mike just has to keep his eye on the number 4 truck, stay right in front of him. He can be the lucky dog as long as Raul is content pushing that number 88. And I think this is one thing that happens when you're out or when you're running up front too much is you don't always have an opportunity to try to test what your truck can do in traffic, what you can do when you get a run. And I think if Raul's gonna maybe play this smart and maybe use lap truck to his advantage, maybe get some of that practice he needs in case he finds himself not running in the first position come the end of this race.
Yeah, and also another comment, gotta show O'Connor, Bassinger, and Hoover some love. Let's go, boys. So, O'Connor, Bassinger, and Hoover, y'all got some love in our chat.
Ryan Hoover, number 92 truck. I believe he had some issues to start this race. So right now he is marked in the 36th position, 16 laps down. I'm not sure if maybe got into the wall, had some repairs to be made. The truck looks fine for now, so not exactly sure. Maybe, who knows, maybe he had a connection issue and jumped back in and somehow stayed green flag the entire time. Just easy way to lose those 16 laps.
And our lead pack pitted about 15 laps ago, so within the next 5-10 laps, we're going to go down, possibly top off for their last pit stop of the race.
Man, look at the amount of trucks in this line right through. It's a ton of trucks, so all staying right with each other. So from the looks of it, I'm not sure how the pack is going to catch these guys. We got 18 lead lap trucks right here. Then we got a couple lap trucks, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, that should be 4. So we got 22 trucks at the very least in this front pack right now. So it's gonna be hard. It looks like a couple of guys looking to make a side-by-side back here, trying to make some moves.
Yeah, making moves is the concern of every driver out here. Not only making regular moves, but making money moves. What move's going to put me in victory lane? Is the question I'm going to ask myself, Angel.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm talking about there with Raul. You see him pushing the 88 aggressively, putting some distance between him and the number 1 truck of Chris Akers. So you know for a fact Raul is trying to figure out what he's got to do in case on this next pit sequence he loses the lead and needs to be in second place trying to take the win away and come to final laps.
Yeah, the 88 still thanking Raul Alvis for letting him stay out front. Gonna push him here, possibly teammates. I will do some research on that real fast, Angel.
No, not a problem at all. And even if it's not teammates, I think that shows just a camaraderie and the respect these drivers can have for each other. He's like, you know what, he's a lap car. I have no need to put him a lap down right now. This is the way the drastic help we can get.
Yes, so it looks like Raul Alvis is in a team with Mike Franklin, the 82, and the 29 of Bill Hull. The SimWorks Racing. So no teammate affiliation there, from what I'm seeing, with the 88 and the 50.
Right, so like I said, just good camaraderie and just overall good respect for each other. So nice job there for Raul and the 88, just hanging on tight, hoping to make it to the final 24 laps of this race. And what's good for the 88 is, let's say this thing goes green to the end and he can stay in front of Raul. Let's say we got a couple cars hit pit road here. Looks like this number 9 of Mike Rockford and the 65 of Riley Payson. So Riley, the last time around, wasn't able to come in with anybody. At least he has some type of help with the number 9 right in front of him.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit of teamwork makes the dream work. Mike and Raleigh working well together here. Going into pit as
We got a couple trucks shuffling around back here. They're side by side now. I'm thinking here we need to start coming down the pit road where you think they'd be single file. Instead, they are looking to make up some time as you see the number 29 truck of Bill Hall. I'm going to have to double check with him at one point to make sure I say that correctly. And a beautiful look at number 29. And we got a couple drivers coming down pit road here. Nicholas Roman, not too surprised to see him. Ed Norris, Mike Thwaites, and Bryce Senesac coming down pit road here.
Yeah, and I can confirm with 22 to go, this will be the last time that these trucks will come down pit road. So this is your money stop. If you make a mistake here, you're probably not going to recover if this remains green. So if there's a mistake made here, that's on you. And the only question you can ask is how can I prevent that mistake from further in the season? As we have a truck on the apron here as the leaders come by.
We're going to go ahead and jump to our chopper view right here. Let's see what these trucks look like from above. Some beautiful looking paint schemes I've seen all night long. But right now, actually, I think that was the 88 of Mark Hamlin, actually. Yeah, Mark Hamlin decided to move out of the way. Not exactly sure what happened there. All right, well, they're coming up on a couple of lap cars right here. Oh, that's Bryson. I think it's 65 just trying to stay with him.
Yeah, that was Raleigh Payson in the 65 actually going another lap down.
Yeah, not exactly sure what. He had to come down pit road. Not sure what happened with Mark Hamlin though. He's off pace a little bit there on his own right now.
Yeah, and a quick question from our comment section. How far can they go on fuel? Approximately 20-25 laps, maximum 28 from my math here. So they are good to go here. If they pit any time from the last 5 laps to now, they will make it to the end.
Oh my goodness, here we are. As you say, the number 29 truck has a big run. He's going to dive in front of the number 50. Put Bill Hull to the lead here on point. But here comes Christopher Bassinger pushing him to the lead. He wants to lead himself. He's up 31 spots on the night.
Yeah, exactly. Mike Hull in the lead here. Or excuse me, Bill Hull in the lead.
Oh, we've got some guys pitting here. Bill takes the lead and immediately jumps down pit road. He's going to have quite a few drivers with him here, including Raul Alves. So we'll have to see, is Bill prepared for the run that Raul's going to try to make as we saw him do on that last pit sequence. Here we are, back up to the leaders. Chris Akers is in first. Christopher Bassinger up 32 positions right now in the second spot, looking to take the lead here from our pole sitter. I think Joshua Connor's up 30 spots too. And Samuel Morris, number 94. We haven't spoken much about him today. He started back in the 36th position, second to last, up 32 spots himself, up to fourth.
And there's Riley Payne making his move on the outside with the help of the 05 of Tom and Massey.
This actually might help him right here. All those drivers jump down pit road. Now the outside lane has multiple trucks and the inside with only 2. Now a third truck going to fall in line, but this will allow the number 65 to be able to get at least one of these laps back here.
Yeah, the 65 been through absolute attrition tonight. Still out front. Or excuse me, not out front. A couple laps down, but keeping up with our lead pack. So I want to give a small clap here to the 65. But he's doing it with the help of the 05 of Tommy Massey, trying to pass the number 1 of Chris Akers and the 59 of Joshua O'Connor.
All right, we see now the number 1 truck and the number 59, Joshua O'Connor. This is probably going to hurt them. They came in a little bit later than everybody else, but only 2 trucks. Not sure how they're going to come back out onto the racetrack here.
Yeah, Pierce Maffitt pitted on lap 72 right there. Tyler Dohar, Chris
He's-
Akers, Robert Hill Jr.
Yeah, Tyler Dohar's still out front. I expect him to probably come down pit lane this time, just as he did that last time around. So we'll just have to see. Brendan Book was, I believe, the first person to come down pit road. Part of that first group. He's getting a big push right now. That's not who it was. See, from Pierce Moffitt, the number 41.
Yeah, 34-second gap all the way up to number 77, Tyler Dohar. 34 seconds now. He is yet to pit, constantly losing time here, Angel. Not what he wants to see on his relative.
No, not at the moment. Here comes Brendan Books, got the lead, but here comes the 82 of Mike Franklin with help from Raul Alves right to the outside. They're going to go and take the lead. Both of them clear Brendan Book. Put the 82, well, this is for second and third. We will cycle back out once Tyler Dohar makes his final trip down pit lane. As these guys get this figured out, Tanner, we're going to go ahead and put up the both commercials. We're going to go ahead and run both commercials back to back here and finish it up before the end of this race.
RICMOTECH, high-performance sim racing equipment. Whether you're just looking to have fun, train for race day, or become a serious esports competitor, RICMOTECH has you covered. Hundreds of name brand parts. Support from experts that love sim racing. Trusted by the pros. There's only one place to go, RICMOTECH.com.
Alright, so we're actually only going to go ahead and run one of them. Just as we're at our commercial break, we had a caution come out. First one of the day. I'm going to go ahead and jump over and see what happened here.
Kel Maben, Pierce Moffitt, Rob Griffin look like they're all involved here.
Alright, we're going to see what all happens here. Things were getting antsy. We hate to have had to go down. Oh, it said this is a 17, a lap car. All these drivers are trying to stay. Oh, he's going to hit the apron. He's going to come up the track, and that's going to collect multiple drivers. See the 13 and 29 sneak right on by. Very unfortunate situation right there.
Yeah, exactly. Lap car touching the apron. As soon as you touch the apron, it's going to act like a spring and going to push you upwards. And unfortunately for him, he was 3 wide, 2 other trucks up top, lead lap cars, or trucks as well. They were on the lead lap, part of the lead pack. But as we stated earlier, that actually helped the backpack of Robert Hill Jr. and Dennis Weeks, who a fan actually commented about earlier, needing a caution. That's it right there. 1 caution, 13 to go. Very, very long green flag run.
Well, I mean, not only that, but guess who this benefits? Tyler Dohar. He had yet to come down pit road. Now, this is going to trap 23rd on back, 1 lap down. But this allows him to come to pit road, get himself a full tank of fuel, 4 fresh Goodyears, and he'll probably restart somewhere in the 20, early end of the 20th position. So, not bad for Tyler. Really worked out for him, I think.
Yeah, hard to tell because he could have had a mistake on pit road or something, went a few laps down, so you never know. So, really neutral opinion here on him, waiting to pit until the caution. But hey, It is what it is. You never find out until it actually happens. We actually have a few trucks down pit road. Nicholas Vroman, Tyler Dohar, John Sterling, Don Milkowitz, Michael Twaits, Kyle Knapp, Brendan Book, Ed Morris, all down pit road here.
Yeah, it looks like these guys may be getting some damage repair, or as we saw in the case of number 95 of Nicholas Vroman, getting some, getting four fresh tires. I mean, it doesn't make a huge difference, but you can be very, very aggressive with your moves when you have 4 fresh Goodyears.
Yeah, with 12 to go, you're going to lose a lot of track position. But as we saw at the beginning of this race, the 50th row, Alvis was able to make up, 15 positions in 4 laps? It's doable here.
Oh, absolutely. And some of these guys kind of, I mean, if you're running in the back of this pack anyways, go ahead, come down, get 4 fresh tires. You know, you may as well. You're going to be back there anyways.
Now, the one question is, now that we're all bunched up and we've got something to race for with around 10 laps to go when we do go green, we've got about 3 more laps under this caution. Is it going to get dicey and spicy here, Angel?
I don't think the question is it? It's going to be when does it? It's going to be very dicey. Right as we went to commercial break, I almost hate to have to bring the commercial all the time as we did, because as soon as we did, these guys were getting right antsy with each other. I was getting antsy trying to get this this racing back out there, but we definitely still have to give the credit to RICMOTECH there for, again, its fantastic sponsorship. But it's not just a simple sponsorship. These guys are very well involved with this league, so you have to give the credit where it's due to these guys, get the airtime, and right now we're going to go ahead and, while we're on their caution, as they go through these caution laps, let's go ahead and play the final of those 2 commercials, and then let's get some green flag running to finish off this race.
RICMOTECH high-performance sim racing equipment. Whether you're just looking to have fun, train for race day, or become a serious esports competitor, RICMOTECH has you covered. Hundreds of name brand parts. Support from experts that love sim racing. Trusted by the pros. There's only one place to go, RICMOTECH.com. RICMOTECH high-performance sim racing equipment. There's only one place to go, RICMOTECH.com.
All right, perfect timing, Tanner. As you can see, we're going to turn 1 and 2 here. The pace truck currently has the lights off, which we all know means we're 1 to go to green.
Yeah, 1 to green here. I'm reading some comments. Jake says he's taking DJ Weeks. So one thing, Angel, I want to know who you think is going to win this thing. Before I put you on the spot, I'll put myself on the spot. And after watching last night, with the wreck happening on the last lap, Raul Alvis was in the lead, got caught up in it. I'm going to say he manages to avoid this wreck. Raul Alvis going to put it in victory lane, Angel. Who do you think?
Well, I think that would have been my driver, but I'm going to go ahead and let's go with Samuel Morris, currently our biggest mover of the race, up 31 spots. He started in the 36th position in the number 94 Chevrolet. He's up here in the 5th position. I think he's going to be in a prime spot on the inside right there. I say let's go with number 94 Samuel Morris.
Yeah, and into turn 3 and 4 we go. Pace car lights are off. Gonna dive down into pit lane here any second. Coming out of turn 4, Raul Alvis and Mike Franklin gonna head off your front row.
Well, we're going to get right up and personal with these trucks as they're ready to go green. The 82 launches. Mike Franklin is going to launch. Here we are, green. 9 laps to go.
Yeah, 9 laps to go. Gonna treat every lap like it's your last because you don't know what's gonna happen. 82 of Mike Franklin getting pushed by 2 Fords, the 50 of Raul Albus, and the 87 of Devin Coleman, as we have potential 3 wide behind the leaders here.
It looks like the leaders get separated just ever so slightly. They're right on top of each other. Nonetheless, you got the 3 Fords of Mike Franklin, Raul Alves, and Devin Coleman. 1, 2, 3. But here comes Samuel Morris on the outside. He's going to need a big push from behind if he wants to make something happen here.
Yeah, Samuel Morris up 32 positions, looking for some help. His next closest help is going to be the 29 of Bill Hull in that excellent Goodwrench chrome. Is that a gold chrome, it looks like, possibly?
I would say that's a chrome gold. It's a good-looking one right there. 8 laps to go. He's got the help now. Can this outside get organized? You see the 87 looking to peak high a little bit. Maybe try to stop that run. The 94 is going to have to get down. Get aggressive. Speaking of aggressive, look at the number 12 of Mike Thwaites right through the middle there, that green truck. They're going to have a nice run coming on the outside here.
Yeah, momentum the huge factor of this outside line, led by the 94 of Samuel Morris. MP3 going to pass the Ford of 87. Devin Coleman looking to next pass Raul Albus, but Devin Coleman going to tap out here and say bye-bye outside line.
Oh my goodness, but the outside line staying right there. The 94 is going to have to get down and get aggressive with some of this side drafting. That's how you're going to do it. The number 50 jumps to the outside. He's going to abandon the Ford guys on the bottom. He's looking to take the lead. The 94 looks slow. No room right there. They're side by side through 1 and 2. The 87 pushes the 82, gets them a little wiggly there. They're going to hold on to it as they go down the backstretch.
Yeah, and here goes the 50 with all that momentum onto the backstretch. Like you said, the 82 and 87 getting swirly. The 50 of Raul Alves swirly as well, getting pushed by the 94 of Samuel Morris. Going to be very, 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 very entertaining here on our toes. Never.
Oh, this is getting absolutely crazy. You see the 50 Raul Albus jumps to the bottom. He'll take the lead. He'll abandon the high side, but the high side still has some pretty good momentum. They are lined up just ever so slightly better, and they're going to carry some pretty good momentum. 6 laps to go.
It's Alvis able to actually get in front of this. He was the 3rd Ford in line in the top 3. Raul now the 1st Ford, 1st truck of the field, as well as the 94 of Samuel Morris is the leader of our outside line, about 4 car lengths back from our leader. But the 87 of Devin Coleman going to step out here, leaving the 82 and 50 on the inside.
Man, these guys are teammates, but they are racing each other like there is no teammates. Teammates are out the door here at Daytona. They're going to come down to 5 laps to go as they're coming off turn 4. Devin Coleman, he's got the lead right now in Raul. Can he hold it up there?
Highline going to be the favorite going here on the momentum. 87, Devin Coleman, backhand getting swirly from a push from Samuel Morris. Raul able to keep his truck straight.
Oh, they're wrecking. They are wrecking. They make contact here. Going into turn 1. Oh, heavy damage. You got a truck on it. Oh, my God. I think that's a 59. No, the 59 got into him. He had a truck upside down. That was Brendan Book, if I'm not mistaken here.
Yeah, Joshua.
Oh, my goodness. 21's going to eke right by there. Oh, the 56 is going to take some damage there. It's Christian DeBauer just trying to make up some time here.
Yeah, nice wreck avoidance by that red truck on the top. Did you say that was number 21?
Correct. That was number 21. That is the 21 of Eric Driggins, our highest Toyota right now. Let's go ahead and go back here. Let's get a different view, see what all happened. We're going to go to our chopper view right here. See the 59, looks like he's going to come up. Oh, it's a little bit of net code right there, but that just kind of set up everything for disaster right there. Not as many trucks honestly involved as I might have imagined. There's only maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, look really, really huge here. Happening in front of the field. Maybe collected 4 or 5 at maximum. We see 4 cars in one frame at a time there. And you know, Angel, this is actually going to set up for our only green-white checkered. The green-white checker will be one green flag lap. The next flag will be the white flag, signaling one to go. And the next flag after that will end it, whether it's the checkered flag or the yellow flag there, Angel.
Well, they call it checkers or wreckers, and that's what we're going to have here. Raul Alves is not in the lead. He's going to be in third place, but he will have the opportunity to be pushing another Ford truck in Devin Coleman. But Samuel Morris right there in second position. He's going to have Mike Franklin, another Ford right behind him, pushing. We're going to see how aggressive are these guys going to be on the outside. That's going to make the difference for Samuel Morris if he wins this race or not.
Yeah, aggressive is an understatement. They're going to do everything it takes to win. I think you can throw aggressive driving out the window because all drivers here will be aggressive. So it's going to be a normal driving style here for the last 2 laps of this race.
I think Bill maybe didn't want to come down pit road, but he's got some damage being involved. Getting door banged, I think, from both sides on that wreck there. Made it through pretty good when it comes to damage, but coming down just to get some damage repaired.
And if you'll give me just a second, I will confirm or deny that green white checkered. We can do a little bit of research here, and I will get right back to you, Andrew.
Not a problem. In the meantime, it's going to be interesting. I'm excited. Let's go ahead and give you a quick little rundown while Tanner looks that up. Devin Coleman is your leader. Samuel Morris in second. Raul Alves in third. Mike Franklin's in fourth. Christopher Bassinger, while up 29 spots, isn't our biggest mover. Samuel Morris is. But he's up to the 5th spot. Looks like Mike Thwaites is in 6th. Nicholas, maybe falling back a couple positions here. James Holzer in the number 99 is in 7th. Nicholas Froman in 8th. Ed Morris over here in 9th spot, up 20 positions from his 3rd spot. John Sterling's in 11th. Kyle Knapp is in 12th. A couple more Fords here. Robert Hill is in 12th. Tyler Dohar up here to the 13th position, so making up spots here. Randy Kruder's in 14th. Dennis Weeks up to 15th. We know some of these guys were looking out for him. Rick Christensen in 16th. Jeremy Clifton in 17th. Chris Akers is back to the 18th. I'm not exactly sure what happened to Chris.
Yeah, and I can't confirm one green white checkered, and I haven't seen Chris out front in the past few laps ever since that first caution there, Angel.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened. No, we're correct. We do have one green white checker for tonight's race. Alright, so Jordan McGraw's going to be in 19th. Rob Griffin in 20th. Don Milowicz, hopefully got that one correct. Then Eric Driggins, who you see, so let's just make it through that one unscathed. Bill Hall coming back out there, and Stewart, very good looking. Shiny paints came out of this hot Florida sun. And you got a couple of drivers finding their way back around to the front. That is your top 23. Those are all your drivers still on the lead lap right now. If I'm not mistaken, lights are off on the pace car. Let me just jump into one of my favorite views. Haven't had an opportunity to look at it just yet. Yep, pace lights are off on the pace truck, so we're going to go into turn 3 here. Man, I love this view. This is the view just about right on top of the pace truck right here. We can see all the way back.
And Angel, that last caution was ruled on the 59, so he was served with an EOL here of Joshua O'Connor.
Alright, so Joshua O'Connor getting involved in that one. EOL might not be the worst thing in the world if they wreck here, as we are green again. The outside lane doesn't get a very good run. They are struggling, pushing hard there on Samuel Morris as Devin Coleman, Raul Alves clear. Oh, the 50 jumps right in front. They're going to make contact through here. Raul Alves jumps to the bottom of Devin Coleman. He takes the lead, slides up. Here comes Samuel Morris looking.
Yeah, one thing to take into mind is there is a yellow line rule, so you cannot pass below that yellow line, and if you do go below that yellow line, you
Oh,
must
Sammy
give your
Morris
position.
and Raul Alves make contact. They're going to wreck in front of the field on the backstretch. They're going to take out multiple drivers. Here's the big one here at Daytona.
Yeah, and that will be your race here. We will not go green again, but we have to cross the start-finish line this time and next time by us. We have 2 to go, so we have to wait for iRacing to scatter out all these trucks here to figure out our winner, Angel.
Oh my goodness! What if iRacing's timing is correct right here? We'll have to see. Like I said, we're gonna have to give it a moment.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for everyone to catch the pace car to where it'll tell drivers to let by, because with an accident like that, sometimes it'll tell a driver to pass the driver. So once all that gets cleared, we will not be able to make the official call until we get the checkered flag here.
Yep. So while we do that, let's go ahead and jump over and see what all happened to bring out that wreck. Oh, let's go ahead and bring this back ever so slightly. I believe it was Raul Alves, absolutely. So we're gonna go ahead and looks like, oh, he came. He was just, he just putting the block right here on Samuel Morris. Samuel had a big run, goes to his outside, and I think just contacting all the wrong parts took out a whole bunch of drivers right there. You see just cars everywhere, carnage down there in the backstretch. Samuel Morris back here in the 23rd position.
And see, Mike Franklin was given the lead position here. He's your leader. Raul Alves in second. So like I said, we had to give it just a minute for everyone to catch up. So far, unofficially, top 3 are shown as is.
Well, let's see. Does it allow Sam Morris to catch up and maybe make some spots up, just depending on where everybody was at the time of the accident? When that pace light or that those lights turn yellow, kind of decides where we're gonna be. So right now, unofficial results, as you see on the left-hand side, so they give it a few moments for iRacing to get itself settled in.
Yeah, so Mike Franklin will be your official winner. Raul Alves in second. Third place, James Holzer there, Angel.
Wow, James Holzer, nice jump from there. I think he was maybe bottom half of the top 10, if not a little bit lower when that caution came out. So, what a finish!
Yeah, and I'm going to work on getting all these drivers up here. So if you'll take care of this real fast, I will get all 3 drivers into the waiting room.
User
Not a
left
problem.
your channel.
Wow, what a finish right there. Unbelievable to see where we are lined up, but it looks like Mike Franklin from Huntsville, Texas is going to be your winner. Raul Alves from Dallas, Texas is going to be your second place finisher. James Holzer from Greensburg, Pennsylvania is going to finish in the 3rd position. And then your biggest mover of the race today was Rick Christensen, so from Waterloo, Indiana. So we're gonna see if he's in there as well. See if we can't bring him in.
User joined your channel.
Alrighty, Angel, we are set and ready to go. You give me the heads up and we'll start these interviews.
All right, let's go ahead and bring in our 3rd place finisher of James Holzer.
Alrighty,
User was moved
here
to
he
your
is, Angel.
channel.
Alrighty, James Holzer. This is Angel and Tanner in the ESPN broadcast booth. You got us?
I gotcha.
Boy, what a finish! You're gonna come home in 3rd place here. Where were you when that accident happened there?
So I was trying to look at right now. I did catch a piece of it. I had a clean race all the way through, but it looks like I was P8. I missed most of it low, but I just barely caught the rear end of, it was a red truck up in front of me, and just barely caught that. But that caution bailed me out personally, as we kind of lost touch of that main pack, and then a minor pit road incident kind of lost us any kind of touch because my teammates there, they were able to get back up there, but through good racing there, we were able to shuffle ourselves up into an ideal position. It was really jockeying up there on that 2 to go lap when we were, really the whole time, and I was just trying to pick which lane to go, and I went high, and then I saw him wreck it, so I went as low as possible, and ultimately just couldn't miss it in time. But overall, P3 at the super speedway race, you really can't complain about that.
Absolutely. Fantastic job there, James. Tanner, you got anything for him before we let him loose?
I just want to say congratulations on the podium and asking, do you have any sponsors, shout outs, anything else you have for us there, Mr. James?
Yeah, absolutely. Got to thank you guys for coming on board this year. I'm going to have a blast going back and rewatching that race because not many leagues can go ahead and put that many laps together green at the super speedway. So props to you guys and props to us for putting on a heck of an opening show. Just got to thank everybody on the team with GT for doing an excellent job there, working good strategy. I know all of us didn't get the finish that we wanted, but it's early on. It's Daytona. It's just about shaking the cobwebs off, and I think we all did that. Got to thank JP Designs for being on the car for the primary sponsor this year. Go check them out on Facebook. Scheme starting at $5. Has some group packages as well. Got to thank RICMOTECH for coming on board for the league this year. And then also just got to thank everybody else that's on the truck this season. We got Butt Kicker, Laurel Auto Group, Raise Energy, Next Level Motorsports. And it was a great campaign to defend our championship from last season. So we just got to keep rolling and keep these top fives going. And last year we kind of had to catch up behind the 8 ball with a rough start, but feels good to get a good one.
Well, congratulations, James. Your Greensburg, Pennsylvania driver is going to bring it home in a third place. We'll see if we can't carry that momentum next week. Have a great week, James. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, that was your third place finisher, James Holter. We're going to go ahead and bring in second
User
place
was
now,
moved out of your channel.
Raul Alves from.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Raul, this is Angel and Tanner in the ESPN broadcast booth. You got us?
Yo,
Well, Raul, fantastic race. I mean, you put on quite the show for everybody watching at home and us here in the broadcast booth. You were aggressive all night, trying to lead as many laps as you possibly could. What was the mentality? What was the goal coming into tonight's race?
I really just win. I hate the ending because yesterday I thought I could have won, and today I thought I could have won. Didn't happen. Obviously, you said the word aggressive. I feel like I'm very aggressive, but I try to be as patient as I can. Ran 70 laps clean, and then ran 80 laps tonight, or 80 yesterday and 90 today, and made one mistake the last 2 nights. And I don't know if it was my fault or I got hooked, but I'll take a second. I really want to win. Trying to go for a lot of wins this season. But yeah, aggressive. I mean, I don't have any teammates. I worked with Mike all night. Glad he won. Really about it. Nothing else really. Just going for wins.
Well, I mean, Raul, when it comes to super speedway racing, you have to be aggressive. I mean, that's never an indictment on anybody. If you're not aggressive, you're going to be the guy sitting out back wishing you had something. But you absolutely put on a show for everybody here today. You made it. I mean, I know second place isn't quite a win, but second place is certainly a nice way to start the season.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take a second, but I really want to win 10 races. I was hoping to get one tonight. I was talking to Mike about it. Got a couple races I got marked that I want to say I'm going to win. I don't want to get too excited, but just mark my words. I will be up there every single weekend. I will be winning races. I will be very aggressive, but I'll be very clean. Obviously, if I cause that wreck at the end, I'm sorry, but I'm here for wins. I'm here to, make some friends or whatever, but here to have at it.
Well, I can't disagree, Raul. I mean, you got to go out there and you got to win. So, Tanner, you got something for Raul before we cut him loose?
No, just nice racing there, Ro.
Yeah, thanks, man. So
Yeah,
really
what would you like to think?
Far. Yeah, I mean, I sponsor RICMOTECH and sponsor from yesterday. I didn't get to thank them, and thank Mike for working with me. Thank Bill for working with me. I obviously yesterday had no friends, and tonight I had friends and tried to make the best of it. And glad he won, and now it's time for me to start racking them wins.
Absolutely, bro. Wish you the best of luck next week. So the Dallas, Texas native is going to bring it home in the second position after a pretty successful day overall, leading plenty of laps. Not quite the win he was looking for, but he'll be looking. He
User was
says
moved out
just
of your
about
channel.
guarantees a couple more races in this year. So that'll be exciting to see, and if he can follow that up, let's go ahead now. Bring in your
Yeah,
race
Angel,
winner. Go ahead, sorry.
quick clarification. Raul Alves will actually be discredited from the second position, given an EOL. Mike Franklin is your winner. Second place, James Holzer. Third place, Ed Morris. So we are going to bring in Ed Morris here. He is your third place
User
finisher
was moved to your
due
channel.
to the EOL for Raul Alves on that last caution. Ed Morris, do you have a copy of this? Tanner now and Angel Santiago with ESPN.
Yeah, man, I got you.
So after an unfortunate turn of events for Raul, he was discredited that second place position. And I got to ask, where were you at on that backstretch and how did you get through that carnage?
Man, I think I was 4 or 5 rows back on the outside. I had a run. I split a couple of the cars in front of me trying to come up through there. I had some damage, but I mean, I was hanging on there, and I seen it looked like the 50 kind of come up to block the outside lane, and next thing you know, I saw cars get turned into the wall, and the seas parted, and I did a little bit of bobbing and weaving, and I come through there straight and clean and by everybody. So I was like, that's one way to do it, and I was catching the pace car, just kind of hoping. I didn't know where the scoring loop was going to end, and where I was going to get scored at after the yellow came out. I was hoping that it was going to score me the winner, but I'll take third. I'll take a podium finish or a top 5 at a plate track any day. This is a good turnout.
And Ed, you're actually able to stay, if I'm not mistaken, partially up front. At least that first half of the race, you were up front in the front pack, and you came back to stay in the front pack. So very nice job for that number 7. Angel, you have anything else for Ed before he gives the sponsors and shoutouts?
Well, Ed, from one league owner to another, I say I'm happy for you, proud of you that, I know it takes a ton of work to put these races together and then to go out there and get a podium finish. It means a lot. So congratulations on that. Keep it up for the rest of the season.
All right. I appreciate it, man. It's been some long nights and some headaches and a lot of work putting this thing together and getting these guys out here ready to race and getting the league set up to have the start that we did tonight and our Monday Night ARCA series ran last night with an incredible race. And I mean, you guys saw it firsthand. This was I couldn't have asked for a better week and a better turnout. The drivers are happy, big turnout, lots of car count, great race. So thanks for everybody that joined Extreme Motorsports and showed up tonight. And I hope everybody had a lot of fun. I hope the fans enjoyed it too.
Yeah, and Ed, you mentioned back-to-back racing nights here. They both ended up with last lap cautions, or wrecks, excuse me, ending the race. So I was able to witness both of that. You came out on the top side here tonight. So with being on the top side in the podium, do you got any sponsors, shout-outs here?
Oh, of course, yeah. I want to thank our title sponsor, RICMOTECH, for being a continued supporter of Extreme Motorsports and coming down here and sponsoring the Truck Series. This is their first season sponsoring the Truck Series for us this season. Big shout out to those guys for all their help and all their support. We really appreciate it.
All right, Ed, before we cut you loose, Jake Bustos is in our YouTube chat and had a couple questions. He said, ask Ed where Montana is located and how he found his love for NASCAR. Your favorite crayon as well.
Yeah, I'm originally from down south. I worked my way up here some way or another, but NASCAR's got to follow. So I'm bringing some NASCAR spirit up here to the middle of nowhere. I think I got a few cows out in the field that are kind of enjoying cars going around in circles. So
well, that's awesome. We know Montana's a beautiful, beautiful state. So congratulations on being up there, enjoying your NASCAR, enjoying some iRacing, and congrats again on the podium finish.
Thanks, guys.
All right,
User was moved out of your channel.
Your Culbertson, Montana, I wouldn't say native, just a current resident Ed Morris and one of your league admins. So congratulations to him on his podium finish. Now we can finally bring Huntsville,
User was moved to
Texas,
your channel.
Mike Franklin here into the ESPN booth. Mike, this is Angel and Tanner. You got us?
I got you.
Mike, well, Tanner, I'll let you go ahead and have this one.
Alrighty, Mike, you were able to put this truck in victory lane, one of the few Fords of the field. I give you props for that. Go Ford. Ford tough, but 82 in victory lane here, virtual Daytona Super Speedway. Mike, at the end of that, you were working with Raul at the time you was turned, were you not?
Yeah, me and Raul decided to actually work the whole race together as best we could, and we got kind of split up on that last restart, and he got away from me, and I saw the incident, and I just kept my foot in it and hoped for the best, and I guess it turned out that I got lucky and got the win.
Yeah, Mike. I mean, luck is what it takes skill, and I think you and Raul proved that throughout the entire race, running up front, just about all race. But you got to have some luck here at Daytona, and it was on your side today. Lady Luck was on your side to give you that victory. Nice way to start the season. I mean, what's the plan from here on out for the next 9 weeks? Go ahead and win as many as you can, or just keep trying to click off top fives.
Yeah, from this point, it's records or checkers. It's. I mean, I can race without having to worry about making it into the chase. So it's just let her hang and see what happens.
It's always a nice feeling when you have that pressure taken off, especially getting to do it at a place so historic like Daytona.
Yeah, any I think any Talladega, Daytona, you win one of these, it's special because it's either a lot of times it's just pure luck that you actually get the win, and it's either luck or you've got to have somebody behind you to push you. So either way, you don't win this by yourself, and then that's just the way these super speedways are.
I mean, you're absolutely correct. Tanner, you got anything here before we go ahead and let Mike probably enjoy a couple of beers after this win?
All I gotta say is go fast and stay in victory lane here, Mike. Awesome job. Way to get around all those wrecks, or excuse me, those two wrecks that happened. Way to avoid it. Keep your truck clean, and look where it puts you here in victory lane. Congratulations, and hope you have a fun rest of the season.
All right, guys, I appreciate it. I'd like to shout out to Mission 22 for Veterans Awareness, Suicide Awareness, Black Rifle Coffee Company, RICMOTECH. Thank you guys up at the booth there at the ESPN, and the drivers out there on the racetrack for a good, clean race, and the audience out there for hope we put on a good show for them.
A good show is an understatement. Fantastic job, Mike. Congratulations again on your victory here at Daytona. Fantastic racing tonight, Tanner. I definitely not disappointed whatsoever.
No, Daytona never disappoints, and as
User
we
was
saw
moved out of your
tonight, you
channel.
can be out front and still not win. Raul Alves, a big example of that, going all the way to the end of the longest line. Not going to find out tonight where he actually finished, but we'll see it in the points next week that he won't be where he finished tonight. So we apologize again for interviewing him, as the third place of Ed Morris took his spot there. So, Angel, fun one here. What you say we wrap this up with the results?
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and bring up the results. Right after that, we'll go ahead and let everybody know where we're going to be racing at next week here. So let's just go ahead and bring this up. Oh, I'm sorry. This is qualifying. Let me go ahead and actually adjust that to the race because there you go. All right, we just finished interviewing Mike Franklin, your winner, the number 82 Ford F-150. James Holzer is actually going to go ahead and be in second place. Then it's Ed Morris. Robert Hill Jr. is going to come home in fourth. Mike Thwaites gets himself into the top five. Randy Kruger, Tyler Dohar up to the seventh position. So nice job for Tyler coming home with that. Rick Christensen is in eighth. He would be your biggest mover of the race today, up 30 positions. Phenomenal job for the number 19 of Rick Christensen. Dennis Weeks, Chris Akers, your pole sitter, is going to get into the top 10. Jeremy Clifton, Jordan McGraw in 12th. Eric Driggins, Dom Milkowicz, I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Don, my apologies if not. Bill Hall's going to come home in 15th. Rob Griffin in the 16th position. Devin Coleman would wind up back in 17th after. Let's go ahead and move this on over. Then you have John Sterling in 18th, Kyle Knapp in 19th, Nicholas Roman's going to be in 20th. Tanner, I'll let you take on the rest.
All right, 21st, Christopher Bassinger. 22nd, Samuel Morris. 24th, Mike Rominger. 25th, Mark Hamlin. 25th, Tom Massey. 27th, Wallace Boyce. 28th, David Elliott. 29th, Christian DeBoer. 30th, Raleigh Payson. 31st, Joshua O'Connor. 32nd, number 5, Brendan Book. 33rd, 41, Pierce Moffitt. 34th, number 17, Kel Mabin. 35th, number 09, Bryce Senesac. 36, 92 of Rab Hoover. 37, 8th, number 8 of Scott Brotherton. And rounding out your field in 38, the Toyota Kevin Ford. Pretty sure he was just an admin tonight.
Correct, yes. Kevin is one of your league admins, and I believe he was doing race controls tonight. So thank you, Kevin. Do a great job. Didn't have to do too much work today. Pretty easy night. He got to enjoy the broadcast like us. We thank everybody who watched with us today. Let's go ahead and bring up the RICMOTECH High Performance Sim Racing Equipment Truck Series presented by Extreme Racing. Their next race next week is at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Oh my goodness, that's going to be a fun one. 135 laps.
Yeah, and it'll be a night race as well, or an afternoon race. 5:40 p.m. qualifying time in sim session time. 6 p.m. race begins. It'll be daylight over there on the West Coast, but hopefully not for long. I love those night races over there at the 1.5 mile Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Oh my goodness, one of my favorite tracks. It's going to be a fun one to be able to broadcast, and as you said, it's going to be going from kind of the evening into the night, so we're going to get a nice sunset in the background as they're going to finish that race out. Nonetheless, we appreciate everybody watching tonight. Please be ready with us next week, same time as we did this week, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube with us. We thank you for coming on board for the season opener at Daytona for the RICMOTECH High Performance Truck Series. This was Angel Santiago and Tanner Nowell in the ESPN broadcast booth. Thank you, everybody. Have yourselves a great night. We'll see you same time next week.
RICMOTECH High Performance Sim Racing Equipment. There's only one place to go. RICMOTECH.com.